So, Grace to be Born is a haven for pregnant women in crisis and for their children who are born into these challenging circumstances. They are mainly based here in the NCR, but they also accept mothers from other provinces. So, majority of the mothers accepted into the organization are from the lower middle income families, and they have varying backgrounds. So, the organization struggles with limited resources, as seen by their cramped living space, where they have one room each for approximately 6 mothers, another room for 10 school-age children, and another room for 10 newborns. The organization also has one dedicated nurse and receives regular visits from one physician. This is a chart of Grace to be Born's organizational structure. So for the stakeholders involved, we have the social workers who are responsible for adoption matching for children. They monitor the mother's progress to see whether they are ready to leave the home. They are also responsible for license renewals. We have volunteers who act as additional caretakers. We have the board members who play a very important role in decision-making processes, and they ensure adequate budgeting and financial provisions. We also have the mothers who are given the responsibility of household chores. We have the children who are under the care of the organization. We have physicians who conduct regular checkups, and psychologists who conduct regular counseling sessions with the mothers. So these are a list of problems identified by the group. So the first issue prioritized by the group would be the mothers' reintegration into society, wherein these mothers may go back to school or pursue work immediately after leaving the home to support their children. The successful reintegration of mothers into society is crucial for their long-term stability and the well-being of their children. So supporting the reintegration through education and employment opportunities requires concentrated efforts and resources, which may even include vocational training programs and job placement assistance. The next issue encountered by Grace to be Born would be the behavioral and developmental delay of the school-aged children under the organization's care. So the organization struggles to provide for the diverse needs of each child with its limited resources, which results in behavioral and developmental issues, and this can have profound negative consequences on a child's cognitive, emotional, and social development, and this may act as a hindrance to their ability to thrive and succeed in life. But implementing early intervention programs and support strategies within Grace to be Born's existing framework is feasible. Lastly, another issue identified would be infant care and screening. And to address this, we will advise and educate mothers on child nutrition, immunizations, as well as developmental milestones.
Grace to be Born's main objective is to support expectant mothers in crisis for the short term, until such time that said mothers can support themselves and their babies in the long term. Specific objectives are to educate and inform mothers of possible career options for life after Grace to be Born, to provide and enhance mothers' knowledge of proper child health, to improve the sustainability of mothers' practices as parents and as providers to their children, to improve accessibility to equitable healthcare services for children with developmental delays through the implementation of programs that bridge the gap between healthcare professionals and the community, and to develop initiatives that are beneficial and sustainable for mothers and children in the long run.
Based on our LEC's thorough needs assessment, we've developed a set of proposed initiatives aimed at addressing the identified gaps. One such initiative is our Career Talk Professions and Trades program, designed to explore diverse job opportunities when they leave Grace to be Born. Through this initiative, we aim to tackle pertinent questions such as the necessity of college education, strategies for balancing parenthood with education or employment, and guidance on the required documentation for college admission or job applications. In our endeavor to support aspiring entrepreneurs, our LEC has identified invaluable insights that can be gained from a career talk featuring a small business owner. By inviting a successful entrepreneur to share their journey, we aim to illuminate the realities, challenges, and triumphs of launching and managing a small business. Key discussion points will include the motivations behind their business choice, strategies for accumulating starting capital, navigating significant challenges encountered along the way, and milestones such as achieving profitability. In our commitment to the well-being of the children at Grace to be Born, our group has envisioned a child health workshop aimed at nurturing both the physical and emotional health of the children. The workshop will include discussions on child nutrition, proper immunization, developmental parenting, and positive parenting. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of sensory stimulation and varied experiences while children's development, we'll be introducing neurodiverse activities for young mothers to incorporate into their caregiving routines. These activities will include arts and crafts, sports and exercise, music and dance, and paschal outings to expose the children to the outside world beyond Grace to be Born, stimulating their senses and fostering exploration and growth.
After consulting with the organization, they have advised prioritizing a career talk tailored specifically to the current batch of mothers, given the pending license renewal situations at Grace to be Born. This initiative was prioritized due to the emphasis on the importance of aligning initiatives with the immediate needs of the community, expressed by the organization's point person, as it will guide and empower the current batch of young mothers to be more sustainable for their newborn babies. Following the career talk, our goal is to provide Grace to be Born staff with a comprehensive module guide for career guidance. This initiative contains a PowerPoint with general requirements tailored to the different careers available. This workshop not only addresses the current needs of the mothers, but also fulfills Grace to be Born's desire for sustainable initiatives that can benefit future batches. By equipping staff with this resource, we aim to ensure continuity and long-term impact, fostering empowerment and opportunities for mothers in the community.
The first project we acted on was in February 2024, an introduction to university and vocational education, with the post-test being an initial survey. We wanted to discuss general career options with the Grace to be Born mothers and to survey their ideal career paths in life after Grace to be Born. The stakeholders were first ASMPH students who served as facilitators and data collectors, Grace to be Born staff who arranged the session and ensured that the mothers were prepared, and the Grace to be Born mothers who supplied us with the data and participated in the interview. Then, in March 2024, we did presentation of requirements for specific careers with a post-test of identifying specific documents and agencies needed. We wanted to discuss specific careers tailor-fit to each mother's life goals, and we wanted to identify specific documents and agencies needed to act on their goals. The stakeholders were the ASMPH students who served as facilitators and researchers, the Grace to be Born staff who arranged the session and prepared the mothers, and the Grace to be Born mothers who gave us the data and participated in the session.
Insights and learnings. So we saw the community development principle of social consciousness and felt need when we had an interview with the mothers and when we heard their concerns and apprehensions about the sustainability of life outside the Grace to be Born shelter. We have community participation through coaching, resurfacing the aspirations and dreams of going back to school or to work. We also developed community competence in reflecting on their history and past experiences and remembering all the skills and education they already have. We practice empowerment by making sure that they themselves define what success might mean for them, and we had a consultation regarding existing programs and pathways that may be applicable for them in order to facilitate the work and the education through public and private institutions. And we had respect into decision making in receiving feedback, especially whether the projections and the suggestions we made were amenable to them. So we had experience of the organizational operation, and we saw the value of empathy through the perspective of sustainability, and we had this consultatory approach. We also witnessed the stories of the women beneficiaries and saw the value of having gentleness, wisdom, and hope through the perspective of empowerment, through partnership. We also met the children in their environment, and we looked at this through the biopsychosocial approach. Clearly, the principles of epigenetics, social determinants of health were at play, and we had focused our efforts through health promotion and health maintenance. So again, that's Select 16 with Grace to be Born. Thank you.